All right, Coach, congrats on the doubleheader win. Wins number 250 and 251 in your career there. Just talk about the doubleheader.
It's definitely what we needed. I think it's great to play the same team twice in one day is difficult. And so it's definitely what we needed. We needed that momentum. We needed to feel that, 1 through 9 in the lineup and then off the bench, 25-on-1 mentality.
How important is it to get this win today after the heartbreaking loss yesterday?
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that last night. Like, a few people said heartbreaking, but it wasn't. It wasn't heartbreaking. It was disappointing. We didn't play our game. So, and that happens. And I think the things that we're talking about the most are that they're happening early. We're getting through a lot of different experiences, and what's going to make us better, in the next 30 days, the next 60 days, up until June.
Aubrey Evans, top of the order, and boy, she delivered. They're getting on base a lot during the doubleheader. Just talk about that move going her to the leadoff spot.
Yeah, we just gave Lala a break. She plays a lot of innings. She plays hard and very physical, so we like to rest her when we can, and I was ready to bring Lala back in at the end of the game if we needed to. But Aubrey's shown that she's got the great eye. She's not going to chase out of the zone, and so that allowed us to just kind of put her up there and have her put pressure on the defense.
Talk about Grace's performance today.
Yeah, I mean it's what she has in her, and I'd like to see many more of those. Minimal pitches, no freebies, just kept the momentum going. I loved it.
You talk about storylines. I feel like the other day we just talked about you playing Boise State. Now you're playing your former assistant, another pupil, former assistant here. What was it like facing her these two games? What was it like seeing her in the other dugout?
I mean, it was no surprise that when she stayed in the dugout in the second game, I knew that their offense was going to be just a little bit more competitive. I mean, that's what she does. She's really great at being their last voice in their ears before they get to the box. And so I can see that she's building her program, and that takes time. But some of the things that they know, some of the defensive moves that they know, and then offensively, she's going to continue to do great things there.
You put a lot of trust in Aubrey, for her to play all these different positions. How does it make you feel to see her grow and just keep going, doing better?
She has a lot of faith in herself and her teammates, and so that doesn't mean that we're not going to make mistakes, because we will. But with her, it's how you do it, right? She's going to go hard. She's tough. She doesn't shy away from the ball, and so I just love that. She's got guts. She loves playing the game within the game, and she's heads up.
You obviously put Katie in the lineup. She was tremendous too, picking up where she left off Sunday night with that triple. Had a great doubleheader. Talk about her and her role on the team there.
Yeah, she's deserved the start, and it's tough to figure out, okay, where can we get these players in, because our outfielders hit very well, and so being able to figure out that piece. She's also been kind of a backup second baseman for us, and again, when we're resting Lala, so knowing that Aubrey can go there now, because we hadn't really done that much in the beginning of the season, it kind of frees us up to put her in the outfield. But she's taking advantage of her opportunities, and I love to see it. Kept, loud balls in the gap, and then laying down bunts, and just putting the game in motion.
What are you most excited about this weekend?
Well, we're going to start off a fresh season now, right? So I think about, okay, now we're 0-0 basically, and so to be able to start off the season with all of the experiences we have, the good stuff, that the disappointing things, the things that kind of hurt our hearts for a little bit, like you said, but again, we're still here and ready to get back on top of it. So.
Obviously, Grace with the shutout in the first game, and then Felton and Willis combining there. Sarah's effective. Talk about the pitchers getting that work, getting more reps, experience, and developing each pitch. Always important.
Yeah. Again, Grace with the shutout. I love to see that. I think she can continue to do more of that. She's starting to get her confidence. Not that she didn't have confidence, but just allowed it to be free. She pitched free tonight, and got us back in the dugout as often as she could. And then Felton and Sarah, they have similar stuff, so to speak. And so to put them back to back, I wanted to see what it looked like. I thought it was a good opportunity for it. I also think it's good momentum for Sarah. because she's gonna get some innings this weekend, and awesome to be able to rest DeVoe the whole day today, because she's had to pitch in a lot of games, and people might think, well, the innings, it's not that much, but she's warming up every single game, and then coming into each game, that's a lot of pitches. So I like that we were able to protect her in that way and get her some rest.
Good softball question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite childhood memory? One favorite childhood memory.
One favorite childhood memory. Well, I'm going to share this actually. I don't know if this is like one favorite one, but last night I received mail from one of my high school teammates, Jessica Mendoza, and it was something that our coach, when we were a freshman, had written up about us. And it was after the game, obviously, that last night, so I got it and I just started crying. And my husband said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "These are such beautiful words about my teammate and I never knew that I was that good because he was always so tough on me." And the things that he said, it made me think maybe that's how our team feels. So that literally just happened last night. You can't make that up. Maybe I'll bring it in for Elo to see.
Well, speaking of Mendoza, she was announced today. She's going in the Pac-12 All Honor. First there in the Hall of Fame there. You know her as well as anybody. I know she's like many honors, but pretty special there that she'll be part of representing the Pac-12 now in the Hall of Honor.
Oh, that's so awesome. It just got announced today,
Yeah.
You said? I'll have to congratulate her. But yeah, I mean, so deserving. The athleticism that she has, the way she could play the game, the power that she had. I didn't like pitching to her. I mean, I told you, I think back in the day with bases loaded, I tried to walk her and she hit a grand slam. So I probably should have just plunked her in the back or something. No, just kidding, Jess. But well deserved. And what she's doing, not only for our game, but for sport and women in sport is amazing.
The month is coming up. Women's History Month is coming up.
Yes.
And of course, one thing I got to ask, of course, Tuesday, I'd be remiss. Monica Abbott announced her retirement. You just coached her this past summer. You get to be the last assistant pitching coach to coach Monica Abbott at a live event. I don't know, you find these legends and they retire around you, but what was your thoughts of Monica leaving the game there and your experience with her?
Well, her message to the softball community was just awesome. I love how she was so proud to be a part of just so many different teams and platforms within the sport, and how she just showed pride and passion for playing for all of us, and that she said she's going to continue growing the game just in a different way. I don't know if you call what I had the opportunity of last summer to do is coaching. I think I was there to maybe just give some feedback and be kind of a sounding board for her to, get out of her own way against the best hitters that we'll face. But what an opportunity, and just to hear her thought process and how she went through things, how she trained on and off day when she wasn't pitching, the running that she would do, right? I brought that back to our team and I said, hey, if this person does this still in this year of her career, we should be doing it right now. So, but I mean, so cool. 2028, we get back in the Olympics, we might try to bribe her to, no, I'm just kidding.
You are motivating women in sports all over the world. Who are some women in sports who motivated you?
There's quite a few. So Coach Tar from Washington, she was somebody that definitely motivated me through sport. I would have to say my mom and my aunt, in the very beginning of my life, they were the ones that introduced me to softball. They were my first coaches. And I remember traveling around watching my aunt play. She was a sheriff, and so she would play for the sheriff's team, slow pitch team that would travel around. And they were just so competitive and aggressive. And so those are two that really started off. I mean, my mom used to catch me on a bucket when she was pregnant with my little sister. So, and then I'll go to just, all of my colleagues now. You've got mothers and coaches and wives, and it's just awesome to see all of those things. You've got Patty Gasso just absolutely dominating and rocking it, and I don't know many coaches, male or female, that are doing what she's doing. You got Beth Tarina, that's just awesome. Trish Ford, she's again just good people, right? And then a good friend of mine, Trya Flowers, who's at LMU. I got to coach with her and for her at Cal State Northridge, and she just won the WCC last year. So pretty cool.